What's going on, guys? It's Jason back with another video. So in one of my previous ones, I mentioned I'm not a huge fan of the 50mm, and in case you didn't watch that video, let me give you a brief TLDW. So when I had the Canon Nifty 50, I mainly shot it on the Canon T3i, which was a crop body camera. So the look that it was giving was kind of like a little too close for the work that I was doing at the time, which was mainly more video rather than photos. Like I hardly did photos back then, so the 50mm never or hardly ever came in handy. So I never really got a good impression for the 50mm, and I eventually sold it and never looked back. Now that I'm shooting with the Sony A7r II camera, I was convinced to pick up the Zeiss 55mm 1.8 lens, which a lot of people swear by the sharpness of the lens. So I decided to force myself to use the lens a lot more, hence the title, Learning to Love the Zeiss 55mm 1.8 lens. So over the weekend, I did a graduation shoot with my friend Alan Wu from Alan Wu Photography. He was pretty much the main shooter of this grad photo session, simply because he had the 70-200, which is a way nicer portrait lens than this little guy right here. So I was kind of the second shooter, kind of the guy that was capturing the candid moments from the shoot. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the photos and some of the results from that day. And along the way, I'll give you guys some of my opinions and yeah, just opinions about the lens. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here's one of my favorite shots from that day. We shot this at Quail Hill in Irvine. Really nice wheat field going on. Got some nice clouds in the background, which we got some more clouds right here though. This was just after like a rainy day, a rainy week. I wouldn't say a rainy weekend that we had in California, but you know, some rain has definitely passed by during this day, so we definitely got that nice blue sky, some nice clouds right behind her. Her hair is a bit of a wild mess, but I like it. I like it. I like the look of it. The wind just definitely gives that nice, natural, candid look of things. So this is of course shot with the 55mm 1.8. If you're looking at my settings right here, 1/1600th of a second shutter speed and ISO 50. So just go ahead and zoom in right here. Just incredibly sharp. It captures the detail of what she was wearing really nicely. You can get to see that the lens captured a lot of details and all that. It's just sharp all around, shot at 1.8, and her full body is just sharp, incredibly sharp. We got some, you know, sharp stuff right here as well. At 1.8 you do, oh man, that is that chromatic aberration right there. Better fix that right now. Don't know if that would do much. Probably not. Purple fringing, is that what they call it? Dang, now it's kind of noticeable now that I noticed it. But anyways, back to the point of the video. The bokeh of the 1.8, not too bad. Could be better. I mean, it's a 1.8. It's as good as it can be, but if I had an option of 1.2, 1.4, I definitely would want to go for it. But overall, really happy with this shot. Alright, so here's another one of the same graduate. Her name is Michelle. Blue sky, not as blue. If I try to make it any more blue, if you see this little line of smudge right here, it would get amplified even more, which I kind of don't want. So having this little light blue sky is, you know, good. I mean, it's a grad photo shoot, don't want to fix this part up too much. Don't feel like I really have to. But if you guys know an easy solution to fix up this little mess right here, let me know. Again, 55mm 1.8, just sharp, got her in focus, kept detail, really nice feud and all that. So here's another one of my favorite shots from that day. Here's one of Nancy. So right here we get to see Zott. So by the way, the school that we were shooting at is UC Irvine, so they're the anteaters. They like to say Zott for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't go to Irvine. So Zott. So even at 1.8, this was kind of a little blurry, but you can still make out what it is. So you get to still see what it is. It gets the point across regardless. But really what I want to show you guys is how sharp it is with the eye autofocus right here. Like my friend Alan was so impressed with the sharpness that he's just like, man, you can even see the wrinkles on her face. That's just how intense it is. One of my favorite shots. Really like it a lot. So Nancy likes to make funny faces during the whole graduation shoots. She just has a really funny, upbeat personality. So, but the point of this photo is just to show you how incredibly sharp this lens is and how well it works with the eye autofocus. Just, I mean, look at that. You get to see the blue sky in her eyes. You get to see the path that we're kind of shooting at, and there's like me right there wearing a gray shirt, my classic gray shirt, and just me like doing this with the camera, shooting vertically. Such a great lens. So, oh yeah, and the thing about 50mm lenses is that they're great for shots like this, upper half body in a full body portrait, like something like this, to really show your scenery, your environment, really show your subject in their full body. So I'm definitely convinced that the 55mm is good for the work that I do. Definitely on a full frame camera, not a crop body. Here's another good shot. Here's another nice candid shot. She's kind of getting ready for the shot that Alan was going to take. She's standing by the fountain. She's kind of like moving, walking. So not that sharp, but it's okay, because when you zoom out, you kind of don't even see it anyway. So not too bad. She's kind of walking in motion. See how well that captured it. I don't think eye autofocus activated here. It just pretty much focused on her face. So, yep, sharp, not too bad. It's as good as it can be. Moving on, another candid moment. There were while Alan was setting up, I got some moments of them just getting them to smile, look at me, look at my camera. So, if and when it loads, I think it's still loading. I know it looks kind of blurry. Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, sharp, not as sharp as the other two photos, the portrait photos especially. This is a group photo, so not as sharp as those. Oh yeah, wow, I shot this at 1.8. You know, for 1.8, it's not that bad. You know, they're kind of like in focus anyways. Yeah, not too bad, I dig it. So moving on to my probably the #1 favorite shot from that day. So I purposely made this into like a 1:1 ratio, not 1:1, 1:1 ratio. So the story behind this shot is that the sky was kind of overblown. It was a hot 2 o'clock, sunny kind of situation. So I slapped on an ND filter, exposed for the sky, and bust out a flash and just took this shot. So not too bad. I don't think her eyes were as sharp as the other ones I've been showing you guys, but zooming out, I think I even cropped this too. Anyways, I kind of cropped it, you know, kind of level things out, but it looks really nice. This is going to be a great Instagram photo of her, even a great profile picture on Facebook. This is going to be awesome. She's going to love it. Actually, I'm pretty sure she loves it. A lot of her friends have been liking it. It got like over 100 likes on Facebook. It's ridiculous. That's more like than I have on my personal Facebook page sometimes. So anyways, just going back to this, I shot with a speed light. The one that I showed you guys in a earlier video. Shot with the 560 Yongnuo 4 with the 560 TX trigger. Worked really well, digging it. And here's one of Nancy kind of giving the anteater a kiss. I like it. It's a little bit, I don't know what happened here. I think this is coming from the flash, this little haze here on the ground. But I think I've leveled things out by adding a little haze here. Maybe I can do a little bit more haze here, but I don't want to overdo it. But overall, really nice shot. The flash worked really well. The haze could work, couldn't work. I don't know. I personally like it. I don't think too many people would care. So great shot, love it, dig it. Here's a picture of my buddy Alan. I sent him this picture and I was like, zoom into your eyes, man. Just zoom into your eyes. And he's just like, holy cow, that is sharp. He wants to get a Sony himself now. So highly recommend the Sony A7r II. Such a great camera. Or A6300 for that matter. All right, here's another one. We went to the top of the world in, forgot what area is that in, but it's also in the OC. It's not too far off from UC Irvine. Great view. You get to see like all these little landscapes and all that stuff. It looks beautiful up there. Definitely highly recommend for hiking or like photo shoots and stuff like that. So we concluded our day there. We shot a few more portrait shots out here. She's kind of looking at Alan. I'm kind of trying to capture a candid moment here. Back to Michelle, she's kind of staring off into the distance. Just another candid moment. So I'm a big fan of candid moments as of right now because I still suck at posing subjects. So just kind of them looking off, doing their own thing, just looking happy, you know, that's definitely a moment to take. And that's what I strive for in most of my photography work and videography work. So sharpness, excellent, it's great. So alrighty guys, that's pretty much my experience shooting graduation photos over the weekend, and of course using the Zeiss 55mm 1.8. Let me tell you right now, I am definitely starting to fall in love with this lens. I just wanted to share with you guys that the biggest reason why I took this lens out over the 24-70 is because of its light form factor. Just look at this, you know, nice, compact and everything. And don't get me wrong, the 24-70, I like that lens. I'm not loving the lens. I like the lens, and I know a lot of people have been complaining in my video that the lens is just so big and heavy, and why is Sony doing that? I'm not going to get into too much details on the 24-70 right now in this video because we're solely focusing on the 55. But I'll definitely give more, you know, thoughts and impressions of the 24-70 late in a different video. But the 55mm 1.8 is definitely one of my favorite lenses to shoot now, especially with the half body portrait shots or the full body with some of the landscape. Great lens for that. I'm definitely seeing the true value of this lens now, especially on a full frame camera. I would not shoot this on a crop body. Well, I don't want to say that. Maybe I'll try it with a crop body with the A6300 one day, but for now on a full frame camera, I am definitely loving it. I did shoot with my 35 that particular day, only for the shots that, you know, require like a wider view. I did shoot with the 35. I'm still sad to say that I haven't been using this lens as much, and I'm worried. I want to use this lens. I want to give this lens a purpose, but we'll come back to this later. So that is pretty much it for this video. I do have another video of I'm gonna have another video of me talking about the Zeiss 55mm 1.8, and that's gonna be an exciting video because, well, I'll let you guys know in that video. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in that video. Peace.